everybody, and welcome to Kaiju Hunters Weeknight Farming for the first week of June?
You are correct, sir.
June, okay, good. Here we are fighting Brachydios again. We just, last time you saw us was after our G-Rank party, right?
It was, right after the live stream event and everything.
Samwise running about in the middle of the screen because I'm recording, and take my hot drink. Cold drink. Iain is with me, getting all slimed up over there in the corner with his sword and shield. Say hello.
You see nothing, Jon Snow. Yes, hello. I'm sword and shielding for the crack.
And Nosh just ran at the screen. There he is. Say hello, Nosh.
Are you rocking the giant fish again?
He's weak to ice, and I have a nice giant fish, then I'm gonna have a nice ice giant fish. What else can I say?
So how's everybody been doing this week? Hunting-wise, or otherwise?
Yeah, good. Not been getting in as much as I would have liked to since reaching G-Rank, unfortunately. Most of my time's been spent getting that lovely Kidius armor, which I'm one part short of.
And we're about a billion parts short of.
Yeah.
Yeah. We've had this discussion already. I'm not sure how I managed to end up with so many more parts, considering I failed to carve one. But go team me.
Great job.
It was a great job. It was. I'm really proud of myself.
I bet you are.
I managed to, push buttons, and somehow the random number generator gave me the things I wanted. So
I hope it kills you.
Oh yes, because if
I don't mean in the game. I hope like when you land on you, it breaks through your TV. The slime starts seeping into your living room, and then it explodes, kills you.
Yeah. So other than that, unfortunately, I've not really got much in the way of stuff done. What about the rest of you gentlemen?
Nope. I haven't played since last weekend, really. I did like some random stuff. I think one night. Can't remember exactly when, but I'm sure I did. Nosh?
I've tried to get an Orgakuga Medulla from like a whole bunch of them, and I've fought them so many times, and I've had literally no luck to drop. That's all I've done. Kind of disheartened. I also that's bad. I also took a look. I noticed that there was a high rank Alteran. Alatrian.
Yeah.
I also decided to just stick my head into that quest to see what it was like, and bad is how it was like.
Yeah, I've heard people thinking it would be a walk in the park, but
no point with that. My assumption. I was just like, I wonder how bad this is. I wasn't disappointed with the fact that I could two-shot from the armor I'm currently wearing. But then fair enough, my drag is a little bit low, and it's like -20, so.
I thought he didn't really do much in the way of dragon damage. I thought it was all crazy.
Nothing, Jon Snow.
So, this dude, what rank is he right now?
This is high rank.
This is high rank, okay. I'm starting to feel like the damage in this old droggy armor a lot more now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, you've had that stuff for a while, that must be stanky.
Yeah.
There ain't no... Same joke, but it's the Gumby armor.
Yeah. Because there ain't no washing machines in Moga Village.
Nope.
No. You can dip it in the water, but you take it out, it's all just fish scales and stuff. It's worse when I put it in.
Now it smells doubly bad.
I mean, they've got a cat cooking their food, man. Like...
These guys clearly have no health and safety standards.
Exactly. So yeah, this particular week is the week before E3, and I've noticed some leaks and stuff happening. Nothing really amazeballs. I think like the Respawn Entertainment stuff popped out last night. That they're basically making COD, but in the future with robots.
So what Battlefield did like 10 years ago?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
That sounds original. I wonder how that will work out.
Probably very well for them, to be honest.
A new Call of Duty game, I'm gonna throw my money at it! Is that how it's gonna go down?
Yeah,
I'd like to think that they must have been losing some faith over by now, but clearly enough to
Oh.
justify. Clearly enough to justify continually making all these sequels.
Anyway,
Hell, it's the same as- Sorry, what was saying?
sorry, yeah. To get to the point before we kill this monster, I thought it would be interesting for us to take a look into our crystal balls of pessimism, and you know, make some little predictions about what's going to happen next week, because it'll be a weird year, I think, because we haven't had one of these super hardware competition ones in a while, and you know, I'd like to wonder how you guys think they're going to fuck up so bad.
I think Xbox have already fucked up as much as they can. I predict nothing but damage control on Xbox side. They're just gonna go up and try and be like, no, see, we didn't actually mean that it had to be connected to the internet all the time. That was just a joke. Yeah, what we actually meant was, and they're just gonna throw out a bunch of, just lots of damage control from Xbox. Is what I see.
And Sony just standing back, going all cool shades, like, we didn't do that.
Yeah, pretty much. Well,
Is that your only prediction? What else you got?
Dark Souls, man.
Dark Souls? Dark
yeah.
Souls 2.
Dark Souls, yeah, you're Dark Souls 2. Like I'm a big Dark Souls fan. And
yeah, I think that's the gigantic poster that they put on the side of the building. It's Dark
Well,
Souls 2.
that's the thing. That's for one of the first things that went up outside the convention center was Dark Souls 2 with a release date. So I'm hoping for maybe playable, so we can get some entertaining footage of random journalists attempting to play it.
That'd be pretty good, yeah.
Like there's some golden footage from the E3 prior to the first Dark Souls release.
What do you think about like the casualization of it? I think that's going to come across
I
negative.
I think it's a translation error, because it's essentially everyone's Jimmy's got rustled because the new developer that came on board said they wanted to make it more accessible, I believe is what he said, or there's something to that extent is what it got translated at. But and I think because he's a new sort of lead developer, people obviously started thinking, you know, oh crap, new guy's going to come along and change everything. But I don't think he'll be stupid enough. You know, everybody knows, and it's not like the people that were making it in the studio that were making it think, people like this game because of this story or whatever. You know, people like those games because they're really hard and they're challenging and they're a bit obtuse and whatnot.
Do you guys want to maybe get out of the corner where we're apart from the tiny bit in the middle, the floor's lava, and come into the big open space where the floor is not lava?
Sure.
Fight the monster.
Sure thing. So what you got for your third prediction?
Third prediction, I'm expecting to see some more Metal Gear Solid stuff.
Like the Keifer Sutherland is now the voice of American Snake stuff.
Yes, I want to see Keifer Sutherland on stage, dressed up as Snake. Like I want that.
Yeah,
thing.
that would be awesome.
Be so good.
Well, Konami does do like their own weird press conferences, and they have been weird before.
Exactly. Like
They've
I would
been the
love
weirdest.
To see,
That's where we got fucking transferring from. If you remember that shit.
I would love to see David Hayter on stage, like handing off to Keifer Sutherland or something. That would make me.
Oh, he wouldn't do that. I don't think he'd do that. No.
I don't know. David Hayter's pretty cool.
It's like I get to meet Keifer Sutherland. Oh my god. Sure, I'll totally do that.
Have they actually announced any particular reason as to why they've decided to change the voice actor?
No. No.
It seems like a bit of a low blow for me, I guess. I mean, I've always, I'm so used to Solid Snake being David.
I guess, like, the Japanese voice actor won't change if you're into that side of things. I think the Japanese voice actor's pretty
played
good.
the game in Japanese, so...
Sure, he's quite good. Like, even, like,
why
all
would
the
I play
other...
the game? Just to not understand it even more than I already do understand.
Well, they give you, like, all the
After
subtitles.
I played the most recent one, 4 or whatever it was, after playing that game, I went straight to Wikipedia and read what happened in the game. After watching 18.5 hours of cutscenes, I still had no idea.
Yep.
Don't get me wrong, I love the game franchise, but still. It's the same Snake, and, you know, he's not any younger than he's ever been, he's not any older than he's ever been. I don't see the need in changing the voice actor. Other than, let's bring in a big Hollywood name for no reason.
Yeah. They wouldn't, like, change his likeness to look more like Keifer Sutherland. No, they wouldn't. Dumb.
No, he didn't
Anyway.
look like David Hayter anyway in the first place.
So that's some good predictions. We can, you know, next
your
week you can
predictions?
find out how wrong we are. My predictions. I've got them written down here. What did I write down? So I think Microsoft's gonna fuck up with the casual stuff again. They're gonna spend too much time dicking about with Kinect. And everyone's gonna be like, I don't really care. I don't really care about this Kinect stuff. Like last year and the year before. And because Kinect's part of the new system, I think we'll just keep on trucking with that. I think that's maybe a safe prediction.
It's Microsoft failing. Yeah, that's a pretty solid prediction at this point.
Yeah. I think they're gonna both announce prices, and I think the Xbox will be more expensive for some reason. Probably because of like the whole Kinect in the box thing.
Yeah, but I bet they'll try and throw in some. It's more expensive, but you also get a lifetime of Xbox Gold or something.
Oh yeah, they
or
could do that.
Maybe not a lifetime. Actually, that's very generous. Maybe like a year.
Yeah. It'll be a year. You got a year free with like when the first 360s came out. If you were a launch person, you got a year free of gold. Just cause.
Because after about a year, they've kind of got it down to a level where it's actually worth having.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
Yeah, they're like, oh god, I need to keep paying. I'm too addicted to this online gaming. And I'll write it down for my number 3. While I try not to get hit.
That was
by
only one
Brachydios. No, it wasn't. It was 2 things. The
Kinect.
price and the Kinect taking over.
sorry, I was just grouping. I think that's him limping, by the way. I was just grouping the fail.
Stop hanging them. Stop hanging them. Stop
Yeah,
hanging
both of them. Alright, no more.
them.
I did not bring a trap. I did bring a trap. So yeah, what's your final prediction before they catch this guy?
What is it? Nintendo will fuck up as well. They won't show anything that'll make us go, oh, I'm so glad I bought a Wii U, apart from Monster Hunter.
Well, I don't know whether they'll show any new Monster Hunter.
No. I think, like, specifically, they'll mess up on third-party titles. By, like, not showing any. Not in good ones. They'll show, like, Bayonetta, because that's obviously been in development for ages. Oh no, don't set the trap here. Oh, you noob. Why did you do that? But the trap's set.
Yeah.
Hey, it worked. I thought it wasn't going to work. I thought it was going to be like...
Oh no, I got hit by a vent. Now I'm over here.
Additionally, for another one, I think we're not going to get Monster Hunter 4 for the Wii U just yet.
No, that's a 3DS first of all. I mean, it takes them a long time to get them.
It'll be like 3DS and then version 2 and then port to Wii U, I think.
Yeah, it'll be a while.
But there's all those people on the internet saying
Certainly
like,
not
oh,
final.
maybe they'll do it because it's such a success in the West now. It's like, no, they're not. They're gonna force people to buy 3DS to play it because that's just what they do. Just what they do.
Yep. So there we go. E3 predictions.
Yep. Nosh doesn't have any idea.
Everyone's gonna fail. It's gonna be shit.
Yep. You're the most pessimistic of them all.
You know, like E3's been on a downhill from like 3 or 4 years ago.
Yeah.
Go progressively worse. So I'm just gonna say it's gonna be worse again. That's my prediction.
Yep. Well, I've cancelled all my suppers with Grandma to run home and watch all these press conferences because I've done that like every year for the past 5 years. So I'm just gonna like keep doing it, and we'll see how it goes.
So join us after the break.
For more random discussion.
Da-la-la-la-la.
Welcome back to the Kaiju Hunters. This is the underwater arena. We're going for killing sharks underwater. Yeah.
And Ludroth, apparently.
And Ludroth. Hey, buddy.
Hey man, how's it been?
Long time
I
no see.
haven't murdered you in a while.
He's high ranked, so he'll at least do some damage to you.
Yeet. So guys, the other thing we gotta talk about, the other thing everyone's talking about.
Spoiler warning.
Yeah.
Huge spoiler warning.
Spoiler warning. Blah, 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 blah.
I want that Winchester meme again, that was good stuff.
Okay.
So yeah, Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
I was expecting it, you guys were not.
No, no, I was not expecting it.
I don't want to be this guy,
Yeah.
but I don't know, man. I wouldn't go as far as to say I wasn't expecting it. Like, I didn't expect it to completely just cut off that entire branch of the story.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you'd be like, well, there goes the entire North. But I kind of expected all sorts of bad shit to happen at the wedding.
You expect
For anyone who doesn't know and maybe didn't want to know, too bad. You're going to know now. But we're talking about the Red Wedding episode of the most recent Game of Thrones. where
All the
yeah, pretty
Starks
much.
died. All of them,
Well-
well, apart from Arya and
Rob died, his wife died, his mom
Ginger
died,
and
and their entire army was massacred.
yeah.
That's one.
Bunch of
Well, the entire army was massacred. Yes. That is
yeah,
confirmed.
all the ones that went to the wedding.
Okay.
Like,
Which
if
is
they're
pretty
sticking-
much all of them.
Yeah, they're sticking to the books. I mean, he didn't have much of an army left anyway, which
No.
is why he was going. To
Like they didn't really show that a lot in the show. It was
Here's
just
a
like,
table of guys.
here's a table of dudes getting stabbed. They're
Yeah.
not, bad guys. I guess.
And the wolf, man. Wolf gets crossbowed.
Yeah, that's pretty grim. That was maybe like the worst.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, fuck all the humans, man.
Not the women getting stabbed repetitively in the
Come on,
pregnancy.
you've got to have picked up on the significance between like the wolf pups and like the family and all that nonsense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From what I've heard though, from my ever not in any way annoying girlfriend, apparently Lady Stark, the Queen of the North, wasn't meant to be at the wedding.
Exactly. Yeah. That's a weird.
In the book world, somewhere she exists and could possibly have the air of stop fucking hitting me your goddamn fucking
Sorry.
sword, Sam.
You say
I mean-
Queen of the North? You mean
Mrs.
mum?
Lady Stark.
So
No,
Lucy- so Lucy-
no?
the
Okay.
mum's meant to have her face pecked off by crows.
Yeah.
Oh right.
Yeah,
But,
sorry.
like Mrs. Nipples.
In the book, she's actually a fairly different character because in the book, Rob and everything, his story is very different. He kind of disappears off screen for a whole book, and they essentially just make reference to, oh yeah, Rob is away fighting a war, and then he just shows up and he's like, hey guys, I got married. And the wife figure that he gets married to is very just kind of shallow and not really fleshed out. So like they changed that a lot with the TV show, giving her this weird background story that she's a noble and all that stuff, which makes sense for TV. I don't think an audience would be too happy if a character disappeared for a season and then showed up married.
No.
So that makes sense.
That actor would not like that contract very much.
But yes, but in the book she doesn't go to the Red Wedding. She stays behind because it would cause insult and whatnot.
Yeah, that makes a lot more sense than showing up.
Yeah.
There's even a bit where like Rob goes to kiss her and things are like, oh no, we don't want to insult the host or like whatever. And then like 30 seconds later they're like sucking face, and then 45 seconds later she's getting like 16 knives in her belly. So
Yeah. It's super brutal.
So, right, we can't get too like heavy with the book stuff because I don't want to know really a lot.
You don't want it.
But like the whys, I guess, is the next point.
What was that?
The whys. Why do you guys think they just like killed him off? Because I think like
Because it's Tywin Lannister and he's a ruthless bastard.
yeah, but no, like how can I say this? The other thing I sort of noticed is that they didn't really do a lot with those guys for the past 2 seasons since Rob died. Not a whole time. They were just sort of there. Ed.
Ned.
Yeah,
Ned.
Ed. I just call him Ed.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Again, I think that's because there was nothing really to work from, because in the books he's just away fighting a war. So I think that suffered from that. But yeah, but they were supposed to be going away and winning pretty much every battle they encountered.
Yeah. I think it might have been a bit more interesting if they didn't show that, but then again, nobody would have given a damn if when these characters died.
I think that's the dead, by the way, just in case you're all still hacking away at it.
Normally in cards, I think. Oh, actually, do need a torrent sync.
But yeah.
Yeah.
I just
keep going. Sorry.
the thing I'm hoping is that, I mean, they've been getting a lot of heat from this.
You don't say.
It's like the amount of shock and everything. I just hope that it doesn't. The HBO have the balls to stick to their guns and say, no, you know what? It's brutal. It's horrific. It's supposed to be traumatizing. You know.
Well,
and they don't end up
they killed off Sean Bean. I think people are forgetting that now. Like that was a huge deal.
Like you're taking this the wrong side, I think, Sam. It's like none of this is they killed off. It was all Martin in the books killed off.
Yeah.
So like,
but it was so
the
unexpected.
killing of Sean Bean was it was unexpected, but it was no way brutal. He gets beheaded. You don't see it. Whereas this was like a bloody massacre. Apparently, again, dulled down from what happened in the The book, of course. Also, this is just as a side note. This is going to get really boring because they only spawn 4 at a time from that big thing that we're all looking at that looks like a mouth. So we would wait here for them to come out, and then we chop them into little pieces.
Same.
But anyway, yeah, it's Martin's decision to kill things. I hope he'll stick by his guns and be like, well, you can't go changing the story, or you can't have your TV series. You know, I think that's pretty much.
Yeah. Well, to be honest, after they've done that, I don't think they would. Not kill off characters again, but that level of brutality. I mean, even when they killed off Eddard, they cut away. You know, they showed it from Arya's point of view, which was, you know, at the time she's in the crowd, and then the the Night's Watch guy, pulls her away and says, "You don't want to see this," so you don't actually see him get set off. Whereas that was something else.
There's other things like, you know, where Joffrey's showing Ginger. He's like, "Hey, look at your dad's head."
Yeah. Also, there's George W. Bush's head.
Yeah.
That was a fun little schism.
For sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know what I was saying the other day there as well, man. People, you know who else died that no one else cared about? Khal Drogo, man. Khal Drogo was a cool guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was kind of bothered by his death, but not like, you know.
I think it was too early for people
That's
to really
his own stupid fault as well, you know.
Yeah.
Also, I find it really funny. There's actually there was a meme going around on Reddit, which I thought was interesting. In the same episode, this same Red Wedding episode, they reveal that Bran has the ability to enter people's minds and control them.
Mm-hmm.
And nobody talks about that. That in any other day, in any other Game of Thrones episode, that would be like, holy crap, he can control people's minds. That's crazy.
To be fair, it was Hodor.
It was Hodor, yeah.
Do you know what bothered me about that whole bit?
Yeah.
One, Captain, you know, I'm an absolute dickhead and I got my stomach full of blades. He was like, "Hey guys, you know how I'm I'm a warg and I'm awesome and I'm one of you? Well, I totally heard voices in that tower. We should maybe check that show." And they're like, "Nah, you're a fucking retard." And he's like, "No, seriously guys, voices. I mean, I could just maybe control a bird and have a look in the tower, but I'm not gonna, for no reason. And no one's gonna check out for no reason." That was stupid, right? Why did no one check out the tower with
and also, they saw Jon Snow outside. Why weren't they just like, "Hey, Jon, hello.
Or
We've been looking for
Jon
you
saw
forever."
the 2 fucking wolves that he grew up with.
Yeah.
He's found, 2 massive dire wolves that look slightly out of the ordinary. Shaggy Dog and what's the other one called? Summer?
Yeah.
Summer.
Yeah, that's what Brian's wolves called.
What a lame name for a dog.
It's really funny though, because in the book, he makes reference to the fact that he wishes he picked a different name for it.
But anyway, yeah, so like that whole bit, it's just kind of like, what's going on there, guys?
Yeah, I think that scene really did suffer. That suffered from poor translation into the book, because you're very right. All those things make logical sense, but that's because, for example, the fucking warg guy was dead before that scene, and you know, so it doesn't.
I see.
They couldn't, you know, he wasn't supposed to be there. So the logical thing in any other sense, they would have just sent the bird up, but it wasn't really supposed to be there. So kind of weird stuff. Yeah, I don't know. That scene didn't really play too well on TV.
All the
Also,
wildling
apparently-
stuff's being really weird as well, with them going over the wall and like, "Oh, with you guys." "No, I'm not." Blah, blah, blah.
Crows before hose.
Yeah, exactly.
Wildlings don't call themselves wildlings. That kind of bothers me. And I mean, they're never established. Like, I haven't read the books. I'm going to keep emphasizing this. I get all this passed on to me from my girlfriend, and I'm just trying to enjoy some TV. And she's like, "This is all wrong." I'm not doing it right. I'm like, "Shut up, or I'll end you." But yeah, like they wouldn't be calling themselves wildlings. They're going around being like, "Oh, you're not a wildling. Oh, we're all wildlings." Well, wildlings like us, and I'm like, "You wouldn't call yourselves that. That's like a derogatory term per se."
Yeah, I guess that's maybe for the TV audience, just sort of, hey, remember these guys are wildlings.
Yeah. Very finely drawn lines. So I think another reason they sort of killed them off, where I see like I mean, you know, as far as the story is going, is just to clean up the amount of battle forces you've got going on this one tiny little piece of land. So like now that the North King is sort of taken out of the picture, I think next season you're going to get more of Daenerys versus the Lannisters. Because if you think about it in the way that if Rob had won, then we sort of both we'd all have a choice of like who do we root for? Do we root for Daenerys or the Starks?
No, that's the one that Lannister's doing.
No, the Lannisters are cool guys. They get the shit done.
Yeah, I know, but they're perceived as like the bad guys for the most part.
This is why I find the Lannisters the most interesting house, because they're not black and white. I mean, you could say they're perceived as...
Yeah,
you could see they're perceived
the two
as the
people,
bad guys.
the two people leading them are doing very evil things.
Yeah, but then in the same house you've also got Tyrion, who is undoubtedly one of the most awesome characters, and also Jaime, who, people start to warm up to.
But they, again, think they're not
I'm
running
never
things.
Up to Jaime, man. He fucked his sister and then threw a kid out a window. I don't care if, they called me Kingslayer, but he was gonna kill my daddy. I don't give a fuck, man. You're an asshole. I love his character, and I love his interaction with Brienne and how he's becoming like a better person and all that stuff, but he threw a 10-year-old boy out a window. And he's addicted to his sister, so in my book, he's always going to be an asshole.
Noted.
Yeah, I think they can't change his... Well, I don't know, I think for TV, a story of redemption is always something people watch.
You can't trust Martin at all, though. I mean,
No.
he specifically said, book 1, Eddard comes into the limelight as the hero, and he wanted to, shock people and show them that he's not writing a book to follow, down every other book's footsteps, so instantly he gets killed off.
Yeah.
Naturally, the next thing that you expect to happen is the son to rise up again and to avenge his father, and, like typical hero versus the world, the son succeeds, so naturally they all need to be massacred bloodily,
Yeah.
So, anything that you're like, well, it's a redemption story now, he's probably just gonna, fist Brienne with a stump or something.
Oh, probably. I can see that coming a mile away. Something's gonna happen there.
Do you want to know a cool bit of trivia?
Nope.
Sam, do you want to know a cool bit of trivia?
Fine.
Martin always, pretty much 90% of the time bases all the events in the book on real-life historical events. The Red Wedding is based on a Scottish history event. Yeah.
2 Scottish history events.
Sorry?
2 Scottish history events.
Is it specifically 2?
It's 2. One of them is the Massacre of Glencoe, and one of them is the Black Dinner, I think it's called.
That's the one. Yep, I was making reference to Black Dinner. I didn't really clock that the Massacre of Glencoe was involved in there, but you're quite right. Yep. There you go. So, Scottish history, the most horrific and brutal history ever. Deal with it.
I'll put some links of those into the show notes, because why not?
Because Wikipedia's there for a reason.
Yep.
And they're pretty brutal. If you thought the Red Wedding was brutal, then read some of that stuff. That history will melt your face.
Yep.
So, next episode, right? I saw the program synopsis for that. The little, 1-page paragraph they send out to, Sky and stuff so they can put it in the TV guide.
I don't want to know.
Well, the one line is...
Don't want to know. Sam, I don't care how far we live. I'll drive there, I'll walk there, I'll hitchhike there. Just
But it's really good. It'll salivate in your mind so much.
Or, you could not tell me and then...
Okay, well just, put your headphones away for a second.
I'll put my headphones in your mouth for a second.
I'm gonna say it.
I gotta mute my everything.
Joffrey confronts Tywin. Full stop.
Yep.
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 You just know. Someone's gonna go down.
Yep. It's Nosh back. This is the last Sharq.
Is it the last Sharq?
It's the last Sharq. Who's gonna get it first?
I'm gonna
Brace!
No, I pressed the wrong button. Ching, ching.
Yeah, win!
No, that was one hell of a farm, right, guys?
Yeah, these are really dumb sharks. It just keeps, it's like, sharks can smell blood from miles away. Lots and lots of blood in here. It's clearly...
Anyway.
So yeah, that was good.
Anybody got anything else to add?
No, not really. Game of Thrones last episode will be, by the time this goes live, actually, the last episode may have already happened, so this one will be obsolete.
No, I'm gonna put this up for, tonight.
Oh, very good. Well then, we shall see you next week to probably debate the season finale, or whatever. And for more hunting?
For more hunting, come and join us on our Facebook page where we keep on putting up hunt reports and stuff. Link in the description. Check out our YouTube channel, which you're already maybe on, for more videos and tutorials coming, soon, maybe. And other stuff. And, there's something else I'm forgetting. Like, comment, and subscribe. All that good stuff. And, we'll see you next time on Kaiju Hunters.
Bye.
Bye.